Got a bite. Got a fish.
Stop that.
Got him.
Stop that.
Yeah. I told you, man, this area. Ooh, bite.
Cold like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets.
Hey, how's it going, folks? It's JQ from OnlyFins Bass Fishing, Oklahoma. Today we're at Lake Konawa, and we're gonna check it out, see how it goes. As you can see on the title of the video, this lake sucks, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you throughout the video, you know, exactly why it's not as good as it used to be. It used to be a really good lake. It used to be the prime fishing spot for everybody. It used to be #1 prime fishing spot for bass fishermen, and it just is not as good as it used to be. And there's a couple of reasons why. And so we're gonna make this video and see if we can catch anything. The fishing report actually says that it's excellent, so we're gonna test that out and see if it actually is excellent on fishing. So the fishing report was from May 21st. Today's May 22nd, so we're testing it out to see if it's still really good. And we just had a blow up right over there. So we might have a good day, we might not, but I'm still gonna tell you exactly why this lake isn't as, you know, as good as it used to be. This once great lake used to be really good, and it just, the last 4 times I've been out here, it just hasn't been the same. So well, hopefully that changes, and we can get us some fish, man. Stay tuned. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a good one. Bottom, or back over there.
I guess we should have tried the other one.
Yeah, you know how it goes. It's nicer, but I got a story for them later. I'm gonna tell it later. What happened last time?
The main neck going through there and there's a couple channels in there.
Yeah, I got everything, but I gotta hook up the mic. You get any bites by that fishing tractor?
Yeah.
So according to the fishing report, excellent on soft plastics, crankbaits around points. Today's such a nice day, I'd like to bring out my favorite frog. As you can tell, it's my favorite. Ooh, that was a blow up over there. I don't know if you guys can hear it. But yeah, there's no paint on this frog because it's been bit and everything, you know. Hey. It's really been through the ringer. It's my favorite frog. I got the best hookup ratio with it, which, you know, frogs, you know, hookup ratios are sometimes good, sometimes bad. This frog seems to be pretty decent. Why I use it all the time and why it doesn't have paint on it. Try to see if I can get something. Top water strike here with the fog. I like walking the frog. If I can get used to the cadence again. It's been a while. We are fishing. Scott is using a Whopper Plopper, black. It's the Whopper Plopper 75. It's the big body. Here, I'll show everybody. It's the big body, fat body, short black one. So he's using that. I'm using my favorite frog that has no paint on it from all the fish that I've caught on it. And we're gonna try top water for a little bit here in the morning. So this fog lifts. We've seen some blow ups already, and then frog bite, top water bite, super fun. If I had to guess, I'm pretty sure Scott's gonna catch one before I do. because he always does. He always figures it out. And he's got the whopper plopper that's making a whole bunch of noise. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I see the edge of the weed line. I'm gonna work the edge. See if I can get something. When you're frog fishing, you gotta make sure that you squeeze the water out of your frogs so they float better. You also want to use braided line so there's no stretch and it floats. So reason number one that this lake sucks is the increased fishing pressure. This lake is known for having a lot of bass. It's stocked with Florida largemouth, and it used to be really, really good in this lake as in regards to fishing. And it just kind of died off as far as, you know, the increased fishing pressure, you know, on any body of water doesn't help. You know, tournaments, you know, 2 tournaments a week, these fish have seen everything. So you got to be unique when you fish these places, because if you're not going to catch anything. You used to be able to come out here and catch bass all day long. Real easy. It's gotten harder and harder with the amount of fishing pressure. But a lot of times on these buoys, they're weighted down with concrete. So a lot of bass like to hang out on the buoys too. Not this time. But it does happen. Water temp it shows 80 degrees. So they might be producing power. I hear the plant going, but I didn't think they were producing power. That's another reason why this lake sucks, is that they stopped producing power. OG&E owns the lake, and they use the lake to cool down their reactors over here in the power plant behind us, which you can't see because it's foggy. Yeah, they use the water to cool it down, and they stopped producing power for a long time. And so a lot of the vegetation died off because, you know, the vegetation was growing real good in the warm water. And then another thing is the bass were used to it in the winter. They were used to it being real nice and warm. And then they went from that to freezing cold. So a lot of that changed. You know, they were spawning more often because it was warm. They were spawning year round in waves. But right now, like I said, the water is 80 degrees. Oh, another reason the lake kind of sucks is the weather in Oklahoma. And it's not the lake's fault, but the weather in Oklahoma this year has been real, well, actually the last couple of years has been real weird. Combine that with the droughts we had, where the lake gets lower and lower and lower, it gets harder to fish, man. I mean, this lake used to be really, really good. And now it's kind of a shell of what it used to be. I was getting excited because I saw the fish report said excellent on everything, so I was like, well, if it says it's excellent, maybe it's starting to get better. That's what we're here to find out, I guess. There's one. You see that? Yep. Nice. He hit it, but he didn't take it. Ooh.
Would you look at that?
I know I got that on camera. Yeah, I scared him. Shit, he scared me. That was a nice one too. Tell you what, it's a fish catching frog. A lot of times you can take these frogs, bend the hooks out and up just a little bit to get a better hookup ratio. They also got the stingers, but I feel like those get caught on the weeds more than anything. This thing is weedless. I could throw this thing anywhere, catch fish. Oh look, there's somebody over here fishing. I didn't even see him till the last minute. Over at the dam. See him? How's it going? Good. Any luck? Yeah, I feel you. No, we had a couple blow-ups, but that was it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Say it again? No, we're in Oklahoma, but not from this area. Yeah. Yeah, we fish this lake a lot, but It just hasn't been as good as it used to be. I am. Yeah. Oh shit, I didn't even recognize you, dude. I'm coming over to say what's up. Yeah, man. I started a fishing channel though. Yeah. Only Fins. Yep. Bass Fishing Oklahoma. Yeah, man. Check us out. Hell yeah. Yeah, if we get in on something, I'll let you know. But yeah, we had some blow-ups right here in the inside part here. And I'm using that frog, so it just came up and hit it, and one chased it, but that was it. Well, it was good seeing you, man.
Yeah, it's nice talking to you, but Jason, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, you from Yukon? I was like, damn, this guy knows me. I was like, who the hell's this guy? I can't see nothing. Said he caught a catfish on a crankbait. I believe it. You were telling me that story where you went out there and caught you and your buddy were floating. Yeah, 3 catfish on a red crankbait, and you were just out there floating with your buddy in the summertime in tubes, right? Is that what you were doing? Tube fishing? Fishing tubes, just floating around, just over by the boat ramp, and bam, 3 catfish on a red crankbait. I think that was an eagle, dude. That's a bald eagle. See it? Isn't that a bald eagle? I can't tell. Right over there? I can't tell. Yeah, it's got a white head. I think it is a bald eagle, dude. That's cool. Got him. That's a nice one too. Top water. Yep. Woo. I wrenched him in. Yeah, he's not bleeding no more. That's a big one though. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. 381.
381.
Yeah.
He's got a small body.
You got a small body.
Yeah.
Still a nice one. We're gonna get him back in, I guess. He's bleeding everywhere. Sorry, buddy.
What are you getting way down there in the throat, or?
Yeah, he was hooked, man. I'm telling you that.
That oh,
Just yeah.
Damn.
I'm telling you, that's my favorite frog, man. Should get deeper right up here. Got him. Yeah, I told you, man, this area. I told you.
Sweet,
Pull us down.
They're up in that moss and stuff.
Yeah, man, they're in the weeds. Just take a worm and run it through the weeds. You got them.
Yeah, boy, that's
Woo!
man.
That's a nice one, though, man. Look at that.
Sweet, brother. He's
For the
beautiful,
camera.
man. Sweet.
That's how we do it, man. Only Fins Bass Fishing Oklahoma. It's still pretty shallow. It's usually up where the cattails are in the water. Got a bite. Got a fish. It's a little bitty bluegill. So, will a 3D printed lure catch fish? Yes. Will it catch bass? Yet to be determined, but it caught a bluegill. So, it's a sandwich, but it caught a fish. That's what's important. And where there's bluegill, there's probably bass. Could be bass hanging out. That bluegill's probably never seen that in his life. Now he has. He's like, Damn. He's like, only Finn's got me with the 3D printed lure. I knew they're in here. I missed them. I was paying attention. I pulled way too soon. Yeah, he was a nice one. Let's see if I can get him to hit again. Yeah, throw right in there. They're in here. You may be able to clean it up with the worm. I didn't let him swallow it. I pulled it right out of his mouth because I was paying attention. That's what I was telling you. When I pay attention, I don't catch them. It's when I'm looking away. I need to start closing my eyes. There it is. You didn't see that? As soon as I threw it, he hit it. Woo! Oh, got one. We had to deal with a lot of stuff, but at least we got another one right before the end. Scott didn't see it, so I'm gonna tell him it was an 8-pounder. Fishing, man?
We were out noodling.
Oh, that's right. You were on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wouldn't start, so we're just walking it on along.
I feel you. Alright guys, well we had a fun-filled fishing day. So let's recap why this lake sucks. For one, they're not pumping water to cool down the power plant, which kills all the vegetation because the water's not warm anymore in the winter. It doesn't have time to grow throughout the whole winter. The water at the power plant on the intake or the outtake side was 91.5 degrees, and on the intake side it was 83. Overall, the fishing report said that the water is supposed to be 79. What was the water supposed to be?
72.
72 was what the water was supposed to be. So when we got here it was 82. When we went over to the one side it was 84, and we went over to the other side it was 91.5. So I think they're producing power now. I think they're doing something. They're pumping it through, cooling something. So maybe this lake might turn around. But what happened is that they stopped producing power. They stopped pumping water through, and you know, OG&E, they own the lake, so I mean they stopped doing it. Cool, they're allowed to do that. But what happens is that you got all those Florida strain that are used to warm water all year round. They're always spawning, so there's a lot more fish. You have more vegetation, so there's more hiding spots for the fish. Right now we saw some vegetation, but there wasn't a whole lot. That's really where we caught fish, is in the vegetation. I caught 3 fish today. We had some bites, but I mean 3 fish is not a very good for this lake. It's, man, this lake used to be really good. It's trash. as far as I'm concerned. It's not good. I mean, even coming out here, I seen one guy catch a couple. So I mean, yeah, I mean maybe we just weren't in the right spot, but we were in the right spot using the same stuff they were, and just not catching them. I mean, they just were biting it, but they weren't really taking it. I mean, it could be a timing thing, but I've been out here 4 times now, and I have a total of 3 fish the whole time. So number one, the power plant wasn't producing power. They may be doing it now. They may be pumping water through now. So we'll see on that. Number 2, the weather. The weather sucked. The weather's been trash. It's inconsistent. We have droughts. The water level in the lake is low. I mean, we barely got off the ramp to get out here. It's about a foot of water right next to the ramp. I mean, that's not good. Number 3, we got fishing pressure. There was a lot of boats out here. I mean, we even ran into a buddy, Jason Green, while we were out here fishing. He's on the MLF, I think, and yeah, he was out here catching them too. But I mean, it's just rough. He left at right around, what did he leave? Around noon. Right around noon he left.
2.
Well, 2, probably around 2 he left. And
He was the smart one.
he was the smart one. We should have probably left 2. I only got 1 just a second ago, and it was like a pound. Wasn't even worth it, but I'll take it. Number 4, which I wasn't gonna add until we finally ran into it. Somebody fishing on the damn dock. Why are you fishing on the dock? The dock is for loading and unloading. But honestly, like, there's no reason for it. Fishing on the dock, it's ridiculous. Get out of the damn way, dude. Like, why are you on the dock? Like, at least if you see us coming, get the hell out of the way. You know what I mean? Like, have some courtesy. You know, you see us trying to unload, and you're sitting there fishing, and we get tangled up, and you know what I mean? Like, and then you got lake lice, the jet skiers, the swimmers, the partiers, everybody coming out here.
Druggies.
The druggies. Oh, I was gonna tell you that story. Interesting story. Last time we were here, you might want to check that too, Scott.
Yeah.
So last time we were here, we were at the other boat ramp, which is a nicer boat ramp, but at the same time, we can't trust it because there's not a lot of traffic over there, and
It goes right into Konawa.
it goes right into Konawa, right on the west side, right?
The town of Konawa.
Is it the west side?
The east side of Konawa.
The east side of Konawa on that boat ramp.
The town of Konawa.
So the problem that we had is that we left the boat there, and it just so happens we caught a fish right in front of the boat ramp. But the problem is that somebody was driving around and tried to take the trailer while we were still there. So they had broken Scott's lock on the trailer, but was too stupid to figure out how to open and lift the skeeter button to unloosen the trailer. Now, granted, Scott's trailer hook thing, whatever, tongue hook, is real hard, so it probably needs to be greased. But we haven't greased it because it's a deterrent in case somebody tries to steal our trailer. What they do is they steal your trailer, and then they come back, because you can't do nothing with the boat. You got to leave it. So then they come back at night and they grab the boat. It's ridiculous, man. Like, just why are you such a piece of crap to do that? Like, just don't do it. So that's another reason why I just really don't like this lake. I mean, there's other lakes that are better than Konawa. Way better. And maybe you guys can fish this lake and it's a lot better. Maybe we fished in spots or did something wrong. No, give us some tips, man. You know, comment, let us know. I mean, I just think this lake isn't what it used to be. I mean, yeah, I caught some nice fish, but I mean, I catch nice fish other places too. So, and more of them. And even if I'm sitting there catching dinks all day, at least I'm happy catching fish. You know, I got my endorphins going. But this was just, I mean, brutal. Like, just sitting there all day to catch 3 fish. I mean, we've been out here since 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So, I mean, it's not good. It's not a good lake anymore. It used to be good. It used to be great. But now, not so much. Well, hopefully you guys like, share, and subscribe. Sorry to rant out, you know, throw out my rants about this lake, but the video had to be made. It's just, I mean, they need to do something about this lake. It's just, maybe it'll get better now that they're pumping water through, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But like, share, and subscribe, guys. And thank you for joining us. I'm JQ, that's Scott, and this is Only Fins Bass Fishing Oklahoma. Thank you.